Dun 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 dun, this is the truth today, this is the truth, dum 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 dum, the truth today. Look, we're doing the television one, that's actually Parliament, how if you're English or Scottish for now, or in any form British, this is how your country is run. Oh, that madness that's going on in here. Like him, for example, he's a politician, he seems enthusiastic about it, let's just see what's actually going on.
People, so we never again see the massive waste of young talent.
Is absolutely right.
That's the man. Now he's in charge of everyone.
Which is a really important moment to advertise to businesses large and small.
He's doing that
the
thing.
advantages of taking on apprentices. What we're
Got to take on apprentices. Right, Putin's going to start a war. Send in an apprentice. Get fucking Alan Sugar involved. It's the definite solution. The stuff they're talking about is abstracted, isn't it? You're a person. Hello, are you from England or Britain or anything? This is what's this is in charge of you now and the decisions that you make. You'll notice that it's all made out of leather and sort of wood and stuff. That's so if you've not grown up surrounded by leather and wood and you go in there, you go, oh my god, this place is made of leather and wood. I'll never fit in. But if you grew up in places made of leather and wood, like Eton or Harrow, then you go into old leather and woodland, you think, I should be here. This is leather and wood, just like I've always been surrounded by.
1.2 million more A&E attendances every year than when we came to power in 2010.
More people going to the A&E.
Right.
Shut the NHS down then. Just shut it down. Shut it down.
Doctors, but I can tell the House we now have in the NHS 2,000 more nurses than 2010. There is more nurses in our NHS than at any time since Nye Bevan stood at this dispatch box back in the 1940s.
You're a bit like Nye Bevan, who founded the NHS. You're a great, lovely, friendly, socially conscientious, rich guy. I think David Cameron just blithely compared himself to Nye Bevan there, favourably. I think he just said, I'm better, kinder than him. I'm a more experienced lover. I'm a kinder man. I've got nicer hair.
In Braintree, unemployment has dropped from 3.4%.
Good. Well done in Braintree.
Youth unemployment
The youth, though.
has dropped 6.3%.
No kids in Braintree. They've all got all the children of Braintree. Chimney sweeps
Would the
now.
Prime Minister agree with me the Chancellor's long-term economic plan is working?
Oh, thanks for that question. Would you agree with me that the long-term plan is working? Oh, thanks, mate. It's all like sort of a bit congratulatory, isn't it, as well? Like, I just want to say it's going okay. Yeah, good question, thanks. Yeah, we are doing well. The mood isn't correct. They're not going, oh, I'm so sorry. We're out of our depth. We're trying our best. I'm just a man, really. I've got a family and that, and I can't cope with this. I got into it, to be honest, because I was always thought I'd go into politics and from that sort of background. But now that I'm here, I realise it has really deep consequences on the lives of other human beings. I'm so sorry. If you like, I'll kill myself right now on the television as a sacrifice. Then I'd go, no, don't do that. We'll review it tomorrow. Look, they're mucking about. They're mucking about. I feel like signing on and pouring that. Let's turn this on. Oh, thanks, you lot enjoyed yourself.
Quite a simple issue of courtesy. The Right Honourable Gentleman will be heard.
Courtesy? They're working towards stuff that could teach children. Try courtesy. Nah! Look at these guys! What's happening? This is the planet right now. Little fellas sat in wigs. It doesn't have to be like this, you realise? No, it does. We've tried all possible alternatives. The best thing, leather, wood, geezers in wigs, bunch of fellas that all went to the same school, shouting at each other. We've looked at all possible solutions. We've got, like, imagine that wasn't in existence. You wouldn't go, fuck, right, okay, ecological meltdown, global inequality. I need some wigs, I need some wood, I need some green leather. Get the poshest people in the fucking country in a room now and get them to have a sort of a binary quarrel about all of this. What it doesn't seem like is people sat trying to reach solutions to problems, and I don't know what it's like in the Senate or Congress or what the hell you do in Australia or New Zealand or Canada, but it just doesn't seem like there's an integral relationship with, right, we've got this group of problems, we've got these people, we've got these resources, let's see if we can fairly sort it out. Yeah, this is meaningless. That's why I say things like don't vote. Not because I think, you know, sit around on a settee smoking marijuana all day, just because that don't do nothing for your life. You can see it's a sort of bizarre television programme. Not even a very good one. It's not as good as, say, for example, I don't know, what else is on? not as good as bargain hunt. Look, at least you've got that sort of a lovely British high street, open, closed, nice, actual information. Bargain hunt with this guy and these people will give you more information. We're going to need to hunt down a bargain to replace our world's depleted resources. It's just absolute balderdash, isn't it? It just bludgeons you with boredom until you think, that's why they make it so boring, and then you think, oh, this ain't for me, I'd just rather have a look at whether, tails that! Meanwhile, a lady holds her own tits. I mean, my mother's currently got breast cancer, and I don't feel that this is helping. I mean, that's my general feeling. It's more like, you know, the NHS, which has slowly been destroyed. That's quite useful. The support groups that she attends that the NHS encourage. But the Sun newspaper and this, don't know if it's doing my mum a lot of good. I'll ask her. Boy bags, 3.K, bin lorry on eBay. A little boy's bought a bin lorry. That's a trash truck. Why did number 10 cover up child porn arrest? I suppose they're embarrassed, probably, that there's paedophiles working for the government. Alright, I think that's enough truths. Alright, but here's something else. But while all that madness is happening in Parliament, here's some information that may be of use to you. The exploration of self is inextricably interwoven with the unfolding of one's life. The natural ups and downs of life can either generate personal growth or create personal fears. Which of these dominates is completely dependent on how we view change. Change can be viewed either as exciting, like a revolution, or frightening, like a revolution. But regardless of how we view it, we must all face the fact that change is the very nature of life. If you have a lot of fear, you won't like change. I do have fear, I do. Fucking child porn everywhere, proteins killing me. There's a child with a bin lorry. He's gonna kill us all. You'll try to create a world around you that is predictable, controllable and definable. You'll try to create a world that doesn't stimulate your fears. Fear doesn't want to feel itself, it's actually afraid of itself. Well, I suppose you would be if you were fear. So you utilise the mind in an attempt to manipulate life for the purpose of not feeling fear. People don't understand that fear is an object. It's an object, a tangible thing. It would have an energy, wouldn't it? Fear, you'd feel that feeling, it's some sort of energy. It could be weighed if you had sensitive enough scales. That adrenaline, that sense of fear, it's an object. You can recognise that you have it and work to release it, or you can keep it and try and hide from it. Because people don't deal with fear objectively, they don't understand it. They end up keeping their fear and trying to prevent things from happening that would stimulate it. They go through life trying to create safe environments, and that's impossible because look, even here, a terrifying white wolf has arrived to slaughter me. Fear is all around, ain't it, darling? He's a good boy, though. He's such a good boy. So I suppose that's why we have a system that makes us feel consistently frightened of one another, frightened of change, when in fact fear is just the thing we've got to travel through. So let's think about that today, shall we? That was some truths. That was some truths today. That was some truths. Are you a dog? He doesn't seem to be that interested.